So if the law of attraction is real, if it's not just new age mumbo jumbo, if you really can attract whatever you want, you can create your own reality, then the question is, what do you really want? And what are you really capable of? Like, how much money could you really make? What could you really accomplish? What types of dreams could you truly manifest into your life? And I found that there's one very simple law of attraction trick that you can do every single day. It just takes like 2 seconds, and it will literally reprogram your mind, and it'll make it so you can easily attract what you want. And it often comes to you in miraculous ways. So I'm going to share with you this 3-step law of attraction trick or manifestation process that's changed my life forever. And I'm going to share my exact success story of the incredible things that have happened in my life from using it, and how you can easily use it in your life. My name is Jake. Thanks for watching this video, and let's dive right into it. So watching the view, if you can see it through there on the glass, beautiful red rocks from Southwest United States of America. And I was thinking, what would be the one thing right now? Everyone's running around. There's a lot of panic, and it's easy to get controlled by your outside environment. And I thought, well, what changed my life? What allowed me to truly live my dream life and have all the financial abundance required to live that dream life? And it all went back to one simple exercise. And the very first step was actually disassociating myself from my financial life. So that's the first thing before we even get into this process. You have to be able to disassociate from the present circumstances of your own life. All your bank account is just a bunch of light photons moving at a very high speed of vibration. They are programmed. They are the result of, they are a reflection of your inner awareness, your inner consciousness. And most people's inner awareness, their mindset is just focused on the fact that they don't have any money. They're broke. They can't afford it. They can't do that. They wish they could do that. They hope they could do that. It'd be nice if they could do that, but right now they can't do that, and they hope and they wish. And when we disassociate with that, and we ask ourselves a powerful question like, what do you really want financially? And I was listening to the seminar by Bob Proctor, and I was in my very early 20s. My wife was in debt, and I was sitting there, and he said, what do you really want? And he said, why don't you make your annual goal into your monthly goal? So what you make every single year, you make a month. And looking back, it should have been easy for me because I wasn't making really anything in a year anyways. But it seemed like the most daunting task in the history of the world. And so when you set your goal, what I invite you to consider is what Bob Proctor talks 3 types of financial goals. One is an A type, one is a B type, and one is a C. So it's ABC. An A type is a goal you already know how to do. I make 30 grand. I'd love to make 30 grand again. A B type goal is a goal I think I know how to do. Yeah, I could probably do that. I make 30 grand. I'd love to make 35. Well, the C type goal is I make 30 grand a year, and now I want to make 30 grand in a month, turning your annual income into your monthly income. And so Bob said, first, set that goal. And when you set that goal, what you're going to do is you're going to put it on an index card. I carry these things with me everywhere. And I've been doing it ever since the very beginning. My first goal was to 10x my income. Then I said, well, why don't I try to 100x my original goal? And the crazy thing is, it seems so simple and it seems so silly. But this goes directly into your subconscious mind, and your mind becomes literally a magnet to bring you that money if you keep doing it. So first, you write it down on a piece of paper. Now let's talk about how to actually write it down. And the way you'll do this is, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then write out what you want. You're going to do this in the present tense. So it might say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $180,000 a year. It might be, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $4,000 a month. Whatever the number is, you're going to write it in the present tense on an index card. Now, once you write this on the index card in the present tense, what you're going to do is you're going to carry it with you literally everywhere that you go. And if you don't have pockets, you carry it in your hands. So I used to just go on a walk and I would carry it in my hand with me. I would carry it to the grocery store. I'd carry it to the gym. One time I had a friend at the gym that I used to live at in Southern California that actually found my index cards on the Stairmaster, the display of a Stairmaster, ones that we had left previous days, and he saw them sitting there. Now, it sounds stupid, it sounds silly, maybe it even sounds ludicrous, new age, delusional. The reason that you do this is because every time you have a thought, you activate brain cells. That's what happens. Instantly, it's electromagnetic signals that travel instantaneously through your brain, and they light up cells of recognition in your brain. They light up cells in your brain. Now, what happens is when you activate the same group of cells over and over and over, you wire them together. This becomes this term that's called a synaptic connection or a neural connection. And this is when your brain wires in a certain way. It's called HEBB'S Law, and it says that nerve cells that fire together wire together, kind of starting to get more into the neurological kind of brain type of stuff. But just think about it really rationally. Every time you have a thought and you go, I'm so grateful, I'm now a millionaire, I'm out of debt, I've retired my family, you're activating cells in your brain. The same way that you're activating cells when you go, I'm stupid, I suck, I'm broke. I would do that, but I'm broke and the rich people have all the money and I'm too old and I'm too young and you don't understand, Jake. This is new age. You're activating brain cells also. Whatever is the dominant story you tell yourself financially, that's how your brain gets conditioned to produce reality. So while this seems silly, or it seems so simple, it's actually very complex because what you're doing is you're using autosuggestion to start to reprogram groups of cells in your brain, and you're reprogramming or reconditioning your brain financially. In the same way that we have a computer and it's got viruses, and so you've got to update the software, delete the viruses, you have to update the software, the programming of the computer. You're doing the same thing with the programming of your mind, but you're doing it with finances, and it's happening unconsciously, right? Because when you're carrying this around, you're thinking about it, right? You're saying the statement, I'm so happy and grateful now the large sums of money come to me quickly and easily as I earn blah, blah, blah a month. I'm so happy and grateful now the large sums of money come to me as I earn blah, blah, blah a month, right? You're seeing it all the time. But also when you stick it in your pocket and you go throughout the day and you're at the grocery store and you're doing whatever and you forget about it, but then you randomly stick your hand in your pocket and you feel it, what you're doing is all day long, you're starting to build new cells in your brain, cells of prosperity rather than cells of mediocrity. And this starts to literally rewire your brain. Now, you carry this with you everywhere you go. You rewrite them every single day. Grab a stack of index cards. You write them every single solitary day. And crazy things happen. But the third and final step now is that you carry it with you, but you let go. Like, see that beautiful nature? I never would have imagined this would be a view. That's my bathtub right there. It's all glass. It looks out onto these mountains. Like, I never would have imagined this would be my life. And I'm not saying it in any way to brag, because you could do even better things. It's all about the power of your own mind. We all have access to the universal mind. We all have access to the power of the universe if we know how to reprogram our brain, because everyone's getting programmed for mediocrity. So this is about reclaiming your mind from mediocrity, right? So the third step is about letting go. You carry it with you, you do all that, and you let go. And I'm going to tell you my exact success story of what happened. Early 20s, I write this on a piece of paper. My first goal was to make $20,000 a month. I was probably making $2,000 or just under every month. Ashley was in debt, and I wrote this thing on an index card. The idea of making $20,000 at the time, so that was over 10x basically what I was making. It seemed impossible. I thought it was so impossible, I didn't even write 20,000 because it seemed like such an insanely big number. I wrote 21 because I thought it was an odd number. It was almost like a pattern interrupt for my brain. So my goal was to make $21,000 a month. I carried this with me everywhere I went. That's when my buddy found it on the treadmill. I would carry them with me. If I didn't have pockets, I'd just fold it up in my hand like this. I'd write them new. I'd find them all over the place. I'd fall asleep with them in my hand. What was I doing? I was starting to reprogram my thoughts, and eventually it started to feel real. But what my wife and I did is we went camping. She was my girlfriend then, and we're camping in the middle of nowhere, and nothing's changed in my life. Nothing has changed other than I'm carrying my cards with me, but my outer world has not shifted yet. And I've been doing YouTube for years and years and years. I was never getting any progress. And we were camping. Then we went in to get Wi-Fi service somewhere so I could publish a new video. And I had been practicing, you know, carrying this with me and visualizing my success on YouTube. Well, when we went in to get Wi-Fi connection at a cafe to publish a video, one of my videos randomly went viral after I had been doing this for, I don't know, a month, 2 months, 3 months. And then my entire life changed forever. I read a quote by Napoleon Hill, and he said, "Riches, when they come so quickly and in such vast quantities that one wonders where they were hiding all those lean years." That when you finally tap into wealth, it comes so quickly that you wonder where it was hiding. And it always sounds like a ludicrous statement by a silly new age preacher or something. But then it happened to me. And I truly believe this is the simplest way to do it. And then every time what happens is if you stick with this, then I hit my 20,000 goal. Then I was like, well, let me, you know, raise it to another humongous level and another humongous level. Every time I've done it and I've stuck to a number, I've eventually achieved that number. And a lot of times it happens in very surprising and miraculous ways. And so basically what I want you to do is I want you to feel inspired by this video and challenged by this video to actually do it. I already know that 95% of people that watch this video will not do what I say. They just won't do it. They'll go watch another video or they'll flip to a cat video. But you are the one that's going to do it, right? So hit this like button if you're the one that's going to do it. Give me a comment down below that says, I manifest what I want, Jake. So I want you to pull out a pen and pad. I want you to write out your C-type goal. This is the huge goal. This is turning your annual income into your monthly income. This is the one that makes you feel uncomfortable, maybe a little afraid by. And this is when you're going to write it on an index card. You're going to carry it with you everywhere you go. You're going to take bold action wherever it shows up in your life, but you're going to let go. You're not going to micromanage the universe. You trust that you are a divine being, that you're made in the image of God, that when you ask, you will receive, that the kingdom of heaven is within, meaning that if you look within yourself, you'll find that you're a divine being. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to God, that you're good enough. You're smart enough. You're more than a body. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. You are not your past. You are not your thoughts. You are not your limitations. You aren't even what you see with your eyes and with your senses. That's 1% of who you really are. And if you have the courage to claim what it is that you want instead of settle in life and go, I could do that. Oh, but that's unrealistic. When you set big goals, amazing things start to happen in your life. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this quick law of attraction trick, make sure you hit the like button on this video and download my free success hypnosis. It's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. So I made a free success hypnosis for myself when I was trying to figure out how to actually reprogram my mind so I could start programming it for what I want. It looks like a painting right there behind me. So I could program it for what I want. And right there down below, maybe about 1 million people, a little more than that, from all over the world have used this. It's right there down below in the description and pinned to the comments. And it's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious. Psychologists say 95% of our life is subconscious. And when you can reprogram your subconscious mind, when you rewire the subconscious thoughts, you can literally change your life forever. So if you only have time to do 2 quick little tricks for attracting what you want, use the index card and then use my hypnosis as you fall asleep or as you meditate. Listen to my hypnosis, visualize achieving your goal that you wrote on paper and hold that with you in your hand while you meditate. Amazing things will happen in your life. So check that out in the description and pinned to the comments. Right there down below, it's jakeshypnosis.com. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification. YouTube's always changing their algorithm, so you got to make sure you hit the bell notification to get notified for new videos. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, maybe go for a nice little hike with the rest of my family. Wishing you a great day. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.